Okay, to solve this equation, and this is, think of it just like a regular linear equation, we need to get n by itself, and then we can go from there. So first off, I need to add 10, give me negative 7n, greater than or equal to 70. And now I need to divide by negative 7 to get n by itself. But whenever you multiply or divide by a negative, always remember, keep this in mind for inequalities. Whenever you multiply or divide by a negative, you need to flip the inequalities. So n, and this thing flips. And the 70 divided by negative 7 is negative 10. Okay, so we went to solve. We've solved it now. So n is less than or equal to negative 10. We want to graph it. Graphing it is quite easy to do because it's just n is less than or equal to negative 10. Negative 10 is the only really thing that we care about here. And n is less than or equal to, meaning you can either use a closed dot at negative 10, and then if it's less than, that means we're going to point below it, so off to the left. That becomes more, more negatives, and those are always considered less than. So this would be negative 11, negative 12. These are all less than numbers than negative 10. So all these numbers are there. You can also use a bracket and point this way. And I prefer using a bracket because this directly relates to interval notation. And the interval notation says what's the lowest value. You always start with the lowest value. In this case, because it goes on down to negative infinity, that's going to be our lowest value. Infinity always has a parenthesis next to it. And our highest value is right here at negative 10. It doesn't go anything more to the right of that. This is the highest value. And it can equal negative 10, which means we use a bracket. So that's why I recommend using the bracket notation instead of the open or closed dot notation for that, because it directly relates to interval notation. So we have our solution, the graph, and the interval notation.